Hello, Internet Nation. Alex and Ashley here. Excuse the terrible lighting. I am in my living room. My new living room. I moved on the 10th, and now I'm here in this place. I happen to be alone right now, at least I think so. One of my two roommates is away right now, and the other one, I heard him leave yesterday, and I did not hear him come back, and so I guess he's gone for the holidays. So I guess I'm home alone, or alone for the holidays, which in all honesty I have no problem with because I like being alone. Granted, I don't know how I feel about it with no TV, but I'll survive. Wow, she's really live eating wings. Okay, I digress. This is a video update, I guess. I was about to finish my sentence, and then I just kept saying, "This is a recliner," over and over again in my head, because I'm sitting on a recliner. I actually sat down on it, and then it instantly reclined, and it was kind of scary. Ooh, I just found a pen in the recliner. It's not my pen, though. And I'm not fond of regular pens. Anyway, I live here now in Brooklyn. I moved recently. It was a good move, and my next move was supposed to be directly into a van. I was gonna wait till January, use all the money I saved up, move into a van, but I forgot that I am me. Therefore, Murphy's Law applies to everything and everything at every given moment, and I moved here because I got signs that it would be okay, that everything was going to work out, that everything was predetermined, and that it was going to continue to go smoothly like it had been for the most part. But the second I moved, everything got wonky and started to fall apart, and I've been anxious, so to say. I've been anxious because I had to text my roommate, who texted me yesterday. I didn't respond, and generally, well, nobody knows this about me because people don't pay attention to details, but if I don't have anything to say, or your response requires me to do something that I currently don't know if I can do, then I generally don't respond until I know if I can do it or not. Because, for one, I had to respond. I had to tell him whether or not I'd be able to pay, and I was hoping that by the grace of God things would work out, but it's very rare that things work out by the grace of God, because my God is a sarcastic God, and I don't want to say that he teaches me through the prospects of tough love, because he's very loving. It's very loving. He just kind of something. But yeah. So I wanted to do, oh my goodness, this thing has one of those iPhone chargers just sticking out of the thing, so you just put your phone on top. Let me show you. It's really cool. I'm just noticing that. Sorry, I've been here for about a week, since the 10th. It's the 20th now, well, for 10 days exactly. And this is my first time really sitting in the living room, aside from when I came to see the room and I sat in the living room and we talked for a little bit. I don't like being where the people are, so I'm always in my room. I'm the most antisocial, non-antisocial person that you'll meet. You can approach me, but I don't know what to say to people, and I'm very sensitive to energies Therefore, I pick up on things like somebody will come around and be like, hey, I'm anxious now because I have to do this thing, but you probably weren't even thinking about doing that thing, but your presence reminds me of that thing that I have to do that I can't do. And that's the problem right there. It's not that I have to do it, because I don't mind doing things. Like, it's predetermined. If things are predetermined, then yeah, okay, fine, whatever. It's fine. But the issue is when I have to do something, but I can't do it because somebody else has to do something. Like the whole situation with my security deposit, which my roommate wanted tomorrow, but I don't have it today because I didn't have a gig last week, and I have to wait later on this week for a gig. And even then, I still don't even know if that's going to cover the whole cost. So I'm just sitting here like, okay, I'm just going to not go anywhere, do anything, or buy anything until I have the money. But one problem always seems to lead to another problem. Another thing I said I was going to do was I was going to sell my van, use some of that money to pay for the security deposit, and then just use money that I make and put that back towards the van fund. But my father was supposed to tell me last week if last week was a good week for, it was last Sunday because I was moving Saturday. If last Sunday was a good day for the guy to come see the van, and he never responded. And then I texted the guy asking him if this week would be a better week, but then he didn't respond. So then I'm just like, I'm required to juggle too many things. Like, I have to keep the juggling motion going, but I also have to make other people do the juggling motion. And I can't move other people's hands in a juggling motion while moving my hands in a juggling motion while keeping the things that I'm juggling balanced. It's literally impossible. Literally. Okay, so this is a video diary series, so I'm gonna get real up close and personal with you right now. God, I know you hear me, because you hear everything. You're in everything, so I know you're in my phone right now. I just want to ask you, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing with me? What are you doing with me? Okay, so I understand. I'm a twin flame. I am a twin flame. I have accepted that I am a twin flame. I can no longer deny the fact that I am a twin flame because I have somebody else's hair in my hair. Okay, yes, it's weird. It's not permanently weird, but it's weird. But I also have somebody else's name tattooed on my thigh that I myself tattooed, that we collectively, Lord, that we collectively did together. I said I needed a design. Not only did you give me a design, but you placed it on my body for me to then make permanent. So you put it there. You designed it. You crafted it with your almighty, all-seeing hands, and then you put it there on my body, and then I made it permanent. So we did this together. Okay, that's understood. I am a twin flame. Now, I've been spending the last few months trying to decide if I'm the masculine or I'm at the feminine. And clearly, this is the body of a female. But there are days my body fluctuates literally every single day. Like, it can be, my workout regimen could be the exact same thing. I could eat the exact same thing, the exact same amount of calories, the same exact amount of food every day. Yet I can wake up one day and be straight as a board. Just like no hips, no curves, nothing. And then the next day it's like, bam, hourglass. And I'm just like, okay, what? How does the body even do that so rapidly? Like, I could go from kind of chubby one day to having a flat stomach the next. That I kind of understand, because it's like, hey, I don't eat a lot. So some days I just kind of like eat insufferably. And it's just day after day when I'm just consuming food, like meals. Like, now I'm pretty slim. I've got some weight to me, but I'm pretty slim because I've been continuously consuming junk food. Not an actual meal, just small intakes of food throughout the day. And it's not good for you food, so I'm not going to lose weight from this food. I'm just going to maintain my weight. Therefore, I've been getting slimmer and slimmer because I'm not eating that much. And I know, I feel really bad when I eat meat. I just progressively get worse. I try to bless it, but I get lazy. When it comes down to that, I don't even remember to take my water all the time. So of course I get lazy when it comes down to food. But what are you doing? What are you doing? Because I'm pretty masculine. The way I act to people, I'm very masculine. I take on a masculine role when it comes to females and a feminine role when it comes to males, which has gotten me into a lot of trouble growing up. Or I don't want to say I got into a lot of trouble because granted, I've got some legal dirt on a lot of people, and I came out on top in this situation because I got past that stuff and I learned how to let it go, and I learned how to let a whole bunch of stuff go, and I know how to let so many things go. It's not even funny. Like, I went from the point of how am I going to let this go to actually sitting there and the feeling like, okay, I understand how this feels. I can logicize my way out of this situation, out of these feelings. And I can. It's simple. Like, I can worry about not having this money all day long, but at the end of the day, I told him that I would have an issue getting it. He said that it was no problem. So we can go back to that conversation, or we can wait until Saturday when everything should work out. Either way you look at it, I've done all that I can do. It's not like I'm sitting around not looking for opportunities. I'm not looking for opportunities because I'm not looking for opportunities that I'm going to hate. There's that. I'm looking for opportunities that I'm going to enjoy, but if people want to call me, have me come in for an interview, and then not contact me for a week, and then the hiring manager is like never there, what am I going to do? Nothing, except feel anxious about it, and that's all I can do is feel anxious about it. But I started recording for a reason, and now I'm at 11 minutes. So I'm going to jump into it. Basically, all day today I've been anxious. I've been trying to get my hand on some Mary Jane because I smoke when I'm anxious, and I'm always anxious, therefore I'm always high. I'm always smoking because I'm always anxious. It's an unending cycle. I say I have a problem. I say I have an addiction. I tell people this all the time. I have an addiction. I have an addiction to weed. It's my crutch. It's my crutch. I can tell you this honestly. Whether or not my friends are good enough to say, no, Ashley, we're going to take your drugs away. We're going to take your marijuana away. You can't have any of this. We're not going to smoke around you because you have a problem. Drink some water. Then I'm not going to be mad at them. I'm just going to be like, oh, I love you. You're like my best friend now because you told me no. Like, the only person that tells me no is God. Like, I'd be like, God, I have a problem. Can you help me with this? And he'd be like, okay. So your dealer has nothing, and he's sick, so he can't pick up anything, and nobody else has anything, so you're just gonna sit your ass right there and think about what you did. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'll think about what I'm doing. I think about how I'm feeling. I understand. Literally, I smoke because it calms me down, and I'm addicted to the act of smoking. Like, I could just, like, half the time I'm like, maybe I should smoke cigarettes because they're a lot cheaper, and I could just do the act of smoking, but they make me feel bad, and you don't get high off of those. But Todd's the only one that says no. So, spent the whole day, like, I want to smoke. Smoking is what I do by myself. I smoke, and I think, and I sit, and I think, and I feel, and I work through it, but no, I can't do that. I could feel, and I could work through it, but then it's just, my emotional brain is more powerful than my logical brain. Not more powerful, they're about even, to the point where sometimes my emotional brain feels like I'm not in my emotions just because of the numb feeling that generally is always there. But, well, not generally always there. I'm a Virgo. I'm very intuitive, very in my mind. Well, I'm not a Virgo, I'm a Scorpio. I'm Sun Scorpio, Moon Virgo, Ascendant Gemini, which, the more you look into these things, the more you realize that this shit is like a legit structure for who you are as a person. Like, when you slap all these three things together, it all makes complete fucking sense. I just looked at the time, it was 14:14. Well, just don't explode and we won't have a problem, okay, phone? So, yes, I was saying, I wanted to smoke. I also wanted to just, like, talk, but I don't have a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends, but I don't have a lot of friends. Like, I don't have a lot of genuine friends. There are very few people who when I'm upset, my brain says, hey, call this person, or text this person, or talk to this person. But there's like nobody really in my life who I can talk to who makes me feel listened to, which is why I'm making a video diary, so I can just ramble. Because I mean, if I'm not going to get listened to anyway, then might as well just make a video and just talk. So yeah. Anyway. I don't feel listened to. I've never felt listened to. Like, my brain just went back to this memory of when I was dating Leon and he would keep candy in his pockets. So I should never say never, and the details of that is I used to rummage through his pockets all the time. He was my daddy dumb and I was his little, so I would rummage through his pockets. And then I would complain because there was no candy in his pockets. And then I kept telling him, you should keep candy in your pockets so that when I rummage through your pockets, there's candy in there. I was completely bullshitting and I was joking because how does that even sound? You should keep candy in your pockets so that when I rummage through them, I can find treats. But lo and behold, he started putting candy in his pockets, so I'd rummage through his pockets and he would put candy in. That's like the greatest thing ever. Where is that guy? How do I get him back in my life? Anyway, so outside of few situations, there are a lot of people in my life who try to make it seem like I'm the weirdo. Literally everybody is always trying to make me feel like I was the weirdo. Even when I was a kid, and I was like, you shouldn't do that because it's wrong. You shouldn't hurt others. Why can't we just love each other and get along? Why can't we just be friends? And everybody's like, no, what the fuck are you talking about? Fuck love. Love's not important. You need money. You need to be a part of this rat race. Come. Like, my mom's always trying to get me to work for the MTA, and I'm just like, yes, woman. Like, I will do this government job, but it's gonna look bad on you when I quit, because I'm gonna quit because it's making my soul sad. So, deuces. Because, I don't do it for the money. I don't believe in money. Money is a human concept, and I'm coming to learn that you need humans to make money. You have to rely on others to make money, and I can't. I don't know how. My existence it's not real to other people. I'm not real. I don't exist to other people. I'm literally in a completely different reality from them. So if I try to rely on them, it's just like my art goes over people's heads. Either you love it or you don't understand it. And nobody truly understands the full concept of what my images mean or what it all stands for, the significance of everything. So it goes over everybody's head. Even if you love it, it goes over your head. So it's literally vibrating. Even my art is vibrating at such a high consistency that it just goes over your head. And I'm just like, okay. I don't know who's going to appreciate it, but I'm not going to dumb down my art for you. I just got a text. I have 10 minutes to get ready. To get ready and to meet this person, and then I have to get ready for this other thing, to meet this other person after that. And I guess I'm gonna wait till after I interact with this strange person to get high, because it's 1818 now. Because I don't like interacting with people. Well, I don't like interacting with strangers, and he sounds really shady over the phone, and he's not. It's one of those situations where, wow, I bounced around. I didn't really say anything about much in this video, because I was supposed to make a point. I've got ADHD. I'm just very present. That's all that is. If you have ADHD, you're just very present in the moment, and you pick up on things. It's just like, I'm not hyper or anything. I just notice everything. My mind is literally going continuously, and then you look at me and I turn that shit off, and it's just like, how do you do that? I'm just like, I don't know. It's just quiet now. Because, those thoughts aren't me. I'm not those thoughts. I'm not the things that are happening. I'm not my diseases. I'm not my disorders, which I had a conversation about that with somebody the other day, or a dispute, so to say. She believed. I am now an avid believer in the 8 minutes. Okay. I am an avid believer in loving oneself in order to love somebody else. Like, this whole thing just tried to kill me. I'm an avid believer in that. It's dark now, but you guys can still hear me. Like, for example, like, they say that you have to love yourself, but nobody ever says what that really means. Like, you have to be able to offer yourself that love. You don't have to think you're the greatest person in the world. You don't have to think you're the best person in the world. You don't have to think that you're the shit or the only person that ever fucking matters. You just have to love yourself. You just have to be able to say, I'm me. I'm gonna fuck up sometimes. And it's okay. Because next time, I'm gonna do better. That's literally all that takes. Just, yes, I'm bipolar. Yes, I have depression. Yes, I have ADHD. Yes, I have anxiety. Yes, I can't do anything right. Yes, I fuck up a lot. Okay, and I love me. I am who I am. I can't be anybody else. And if I wanted to be anybody else, I would first have to accept the fact that I am who I am. So that way I could be like, okay, this is who I am. I've admitted to it. Now I can change it. First you have to admit to it before you can change it. And no, I'm not saying, yes, okay. Yes, I am saying if you think that because you have a mental disorder, then that means that you can't be loved, yeah, probably. If you can't love yourself because you're bipolar, then you probably aren't going to find genuine love. And you probably don't deserve, well, you know, everybody deserves genuine love. But you probably don't deserve to have that love. Because if you can't look at yourself and appreciate the fact that you're broken as fuck, and be like, you know what, I may be broken, I may be fucked up, I may be sad, I may be depressed, but I'm still beautiful. Because you are. There's nothing wrong with you. Who gives a fuck if you're a kleptomaniac, pyromaniac? I mean, I don't want to say, you know, as long as you're not